Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So in today's video I thought I would discuss my K-pop predictions for 2021 as well as things that I would like to see happen in K-pop in the next year. This video idea was suggested to me by Hadassa G. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. So yeah, big thank you to you. Disclaimer though, keep in mind that I'm not a psychic, obviously. I'm not going to be right with everything that I say, and you're 100% allowed to disagree with me. Also, for the things that I would like to see in 2021, I don't necessarily expect them to happen, and I'm not going to throw a tantrum if I don't get these things. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get into the video. With the way that YG has been upping its games when it comes to Blackpink releases lately, and how we saw that Rosé has been working on her solo in the Light Up the Sky Netflix documentary, I'll be very surprised if we don't get Rosé's solo this year. And if we do get it, I definitely will be very happy. She is my bias and we've been waiting a long time for this. But when it comes to Jisoo and Lisa, I just can't see them getting solos in 2021. Don't get me wrong, I would absolutely love to see their solos, but when it comes to Jisoo, I think she'll probably be preoccupied with her upcoming K-drama, which is called Snowdrop, I believe, and that's a really cool opportunity for her. I'm really excited to see what that's like. I don't really watch K-dramas, I've only watched one, but I will definitely look at some clips to see what her acting's like and stuff. And when it comes to Lisa, I don't know, I just can't really see YG pulling through and giving her a solo this year, even though I would love to see that. ENHYPEN literally just debuted a few weeks. This is something that I really hope won't happen, but I think it probably will. Jennie from Blackpink was accused of being lazy and was bashed for it constantly throughout 2018 and 2019. And then in 2020, Leah from ITZY was accused of the exact same thing, even though she really wasn't lazy dancing at all. And both of these idols had some sort of injury during those times when they were quote-unquote lazy dancing. So yeah, both times it was really unreasonable, but that's a topic for another time. I really would not be surprised if this happened again, particularly with another female idol. It really annoys me how quickly K-pop fans are to call idols lazy for literally no reason, and especially with how bored people are in the pandemic, they're probably going to try to find someone else to senselessly hate on just to pass the time. I'm in stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. No time for haters to look up and the players. I think in 2021, Everglow is going to start branching out into new concepts and music styles. La Di Da felt like a huge turning point in their career, and it was very different from the usual EDM style music that they normally put out. And it could be argued that they were just following the retro trends at the time, but I feel like during La Di Da's release, the retro concept trend was not as abundant and it hadn't really solidified until after La Di Da's release. And if fans start asking for more different concepts from Everglow, Yuhua Entertainment is likely to listen to them, as they have in the past when it comes to things like line distributions. And I would personally love to see some sort of like summer song from Everglow. I think it would be really interesting. So yeah, I would definitely be very happy to see them branching out a bit with their music, even though I do really like their current style. Come on, Nico, shine like the stars. I'll kiss you goodbye. It seems like everyone low-key forgot about how YG was planning to debut a new girl group this year, but at the moment we haven't really heard any further news about this group, and they just never ended up debuting in 2020.
And to me, it would be kind of random if YG tried to debut a new girl group when they debuted Treasure literally just a few months ago. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me to try to be debuting multiple groups at the same time. And with all the groups that YG has to manage, I really just don't see this debut happening in 2021, especially since YG hasn't made any statements or updates on them since the beginning of the year. So if you haven't heard already, apparently Dispatch is planning to reveal 7 new K-pop couples in the new year, and I just don't think that this will go down very well. I personally am absolutely fine with idols dating, like I really don't care as long as they're happy, and the majority of other K-pop stans feel the exact same way as I do. But at the same time, there are a lot of delusional and toxic K-pop fans out there who will likely go crazy when these new couples are announced and are likely to send a lot of hate. Companies might also get mad at their idols if they have dating bans in place. It's just gonna be a mess. I just hate Dispatch, honestly, because like, why do they think they have a right to reveal information about idols' personal lives when that idol wants to keep it private? But yeah, I don't think the whole couple reveal thing is going to go down very well. Every time I think about IZ*ONE now, I just feel sad, to be honest, because I really want to appreciate them whilst we still have them as a group, but their disbandment date is getting nearer and nearer, the end of their contract is getting nearer and nearer, and now we're only about 4 months off losing the group. I started standing them in January of this year, and 2020 has flown by so fast. It feels like we blinked in March and suddenly it became November. So it feels like we barely had any time with them as a group, and it also kind of saddens me that they had to spend so much of their last full year as a group in the middle of a pandemic and not being able to perform in front of crowds. I'm just gonna miss this group so much. I mean, their dynamic and their chemistry just feel like they're meant to be a group. And yes, Produce 48 was rigged, but you know, they just give off such a like perfect group vibe, and it just makes me so sad that they're not going to be a group for much longer. Their song You and I is definitely my favourite song of theirs, and it makes me want to cry, so I can only imagine how I will be bawling my eyes out to it when IZ*ONE disbands. So yeah, unrealistic and selfish as it might be, I'm really hoping that IZ*ONE's contract is going to be extended. If we got another year with IZ*ONE, that would be absolutely amazing and my 2021 would be complete. But if and when they do end up disbanding, I will definitely be supporting the girls wherever their career leads them next. I will completely understand if SM wants to focus on aespa in the next year, since they did just debut them, but I am hoping for at least 2 Red Velvet comebacks this year. Something like a full album and a single or 2 minis would be ideal. Red Velvet didn't release anything as a 5-member group in 2020, and to be honest, I'm missing them. If they do get a decent amount of comebacks, I'm really hoping that one of them will be a summer comeback. I'll be honest, the summer of 2020 really didn't feel complete without a Red Velvet comeback, so if we could have a 2021 one, that would be amazing. Again, I would understand if SM wants to focus on aespa, and Revelovs, please don't hate on aespa if SM decides to do that. But I think since Red Velvet were quite quiet in 2020, they deserve a more active year next year. At this point, this isn't even a request, it's a demand. This song is just too good for me to not be able to add to my Spotify playlist. Like, it physically pains me that I cannot download it. I really don't have much else to say except, don't be shy, YG, release this song officially, please. Thank you.
Risky, wiki, this is an emergency. Happy, somebody stop me, cause I know I can't stand me.
Twice's music has really been changing lately. Their latest song, Cry For Me, I'll admit I'm not obsessed with it, but I do appreciate the royal sounding, elegant theme to it, and it really makes me wonder how intense Twice can go when it comes to dark concepts. I personally would love to see them go all out with a horror concept for a comeback, maybe something like Girls by Nature. I just think that would be so interesting and fresh to see from them. I'm also really hoping that Twice's songs this year will be more in their vocal range, because I think that yes, Twice are good singers. I mean, they did train for years, but the songs that they've been given lately are just way too high and they can't sing it well because of that. This is also resulting in a lot of hate towards them, which does nothing but deteriorate their confidence, which is why I hope that JYP will give them songs that they can actually sing properly next year. Oh my god, BTS were robbed at the last Grammys, and if they get robbed again, I swear to god I will sue. I'm not really capable of suing them, but still, if BTS were a Western group, they would have won a Grammy years ago, so the fact that they haven't won one yet and didn't even get nominated until this year, despite their massive impact on the music industry, is an outrage. And look, I wouldn't be surprised if the scammies robbed them again, but I will still be kind of mad because they deserve a Grammy and it's long overdue. Finishing this off with a extremely unrealistic wish that will never come true. I want liking K-pop to become socially acceptable. I should not have to get so stressed every time someone touches my phone for the fear that they'll find out about my channel or see K-pop music videos in my camera roll, okay? I'm literally so tired of it. We're all tired of it. People just need to learn to respect people's music tastes and not jump to assumptions just because they heard one song that wasn't their thing. And I swear the majority of the people who make fun of others for liking K-pop are literally just doing it because everyone else is. Like, have your own opinions and make your own decisions. Don't just jump on bandwagons for literally no reason. I could rant about this for like 6 hours straight, but I don't want to waste my time because, let's be honest, K-pop antis aren't going to listen anyway. And that brings me to the end of this video. Feel free to drop your K-pop predictions and wishes for 2021 in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.